You are acting like you have 1,000 years left to live. Wake up! Right now, right this second, you are sitting there, thumb scrolling, brain rotting, watching other men build empires while you watch their highlight reels. You think you have time? You think tomorrow is this magical land where everything finally changes, where you finally change? Let me tell you something brutal. Tomorrow is a lie you tell yourself so you don't have to feel the pain of your own cowardice today. Oh, you'll start the business tomorrow. You'll hit the gym next week. You'll fix your life, your mindset, your discipline next year. Next year! Do you hear yourself? You are walking around with the arrogance of a man who believes he has reserved a seat at the table of infinite tomorrows. Nobody reserved that seat for you. Nobody. Time does not negotiate. Time does not send you a warning. Time does not care about your feelings, your comfort, or your excuses. Listen to me very carefully. Every single currency in this world, money, status, power, can be earned back. You lose $1,000, you can make it back. You lose a deal, you can close another. But time is the only currency you will never, ever earn back. That hour you spent scrolling mindlessly last night? Gone. Forever. That morning you snoozed through? Dead and buried. You threw it in the garbage like it was worthless. And the terrifying truth? You do it again tomorrow and the day after day, trading the only irreplaceable asset you own for absolutely nothing. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth in his time, Emperor of Rome, wrote in his private journal, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This man commanded armies. He held the fate of millions in his hands, and still he woke up every single morning reminding himself that his days were numbered. If the most powerful man in human history refused to waste a single day, what in the world is your excuse? I want you to picture something. I want you to close your eyes. Actually close them for a second after I say this, and picture a graveyard. Cold stone, gray sky, silence. You know what the wealthiest place on this entire earth is? It is not Dubai. It is not Wall Street. It is not Silicon Valley. The wealthiest place on earth is the graveyard. It is overflowing, absolutely overflowing with unwritten books that died in someone's head, businesses that never launched, inventions that never existed, relationships never repaired, dreams that suffocated under the weight of fear and procrastination because the person who carried them thought, "I have more time." They didn't have more time, and neither do you. The Stoics, the most ruthlessly effective philosophers who ever lived, practiced something called Memento Mori. In Latin, it means, remember that you must die. Let that land. Remember that you must die. This wasn't some dark, twisted obsession. This was a weapon, a psychological weapon they used to cut through distraction, cut through fear, cut through the noise, and get to what actually mattered. And you were terrified of taking a risk. You're afraid of posting that video, starting that business, approaching that challenge, afraid of what people will think? In 100 years, every single person you are trying to impress will be dead. Your critics, dead. The people laughing at your dreams, dead. You, dead. And nobody will remember your name unless you did something worth remembering right now. Marcus Aurelius didn't just think about death once a year like some motivational poster. He kept it close. He meditated on it daily, not to become depressed, but to become focused. When you know you are mortal, you cannot afford to be mediocre. When you truly internalize that your days are finite, the trivial things fall away instantly. The petty opinions, the mindless entertainment, the comfortable laziness, all of it dissolves the moment you look death in the eye and say, I see you, and I refuse to waste the time I have left. Seneca, another Stoic master, wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we had come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Postpone nothing. He wrote that 2,000 years ago. And here you are, still postponing.
Stop planning to live. Start living right now. Not Monday, not when the conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready, because I promise you, you will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth invented by people who were afraid to begin. The graveyard is full of people who were getting ready. You will begin today, imperfect, uncomfortable, and afraid, but you will begin. Here is your weapon starting tonight. It is called the Last Day Framework, and it will change how you operate permanently. Before you go to sleep tonight, before you close your eyes, ask yourself one question, one single question. If I did not wake up tomorrow morning, would I be proud of how I spent today? Sit with that. Feel it. If the answer is yes, even partially yes, you are moving. But if you feel that hollow, sinking feeling in your chest, that quiet shame whispering no, then you need to understand something. You are failing. Not at business, not at fitness. You are failing at life, and only you can fix it. Now, I need you to hear this clearly because most people get this wrong. Memento Mori is not a depressing philosophy. It is not nihilism. It is not giving up. It is the opposite. It is the ultimate cheat code for motivation, clarity, and urgency that most men will never unlock because they are too comfortable being numb. When you remind yourself of death every single day, you stop sweating the small stuff immediately. You stop wasting energy on people who don't matter. You stop tolerating your own excuses. You become ruthlessly intentional because you know with absolute certainty that the clock is running. The greatest men in history, the warriors, the emperors, the builders, the artists, they all shared one thing. They lived with the awareness of death as a constant companion, not as a fear, as fuel. Death was not their enemy. Wasted life was their enemy. Make wasted life your enemy, starting tonight. So here is your assignment. 1. Write down 3 things you have been postponing out of fear or laziness. 2. Start one of them tomorrow morning, first thing, before your phone, before comfort. 3. Ask yourself the last day question every single night before sleep. That is it. Simple, hard, transformational. You are dying every single minute. Start living.